Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Keplr browser extension wallet and how you can use it. We're going to create a new wallet. We're going to talk about potentially linking it to your mobile wallet. We'll manage chain visibility. I'll show you how to send funds, and we'll go over the Keplr Dashboard, which allows you to stake. It allows you to use governance. You can view your NFTs. And you can also explore different apps that are available in the Cosmos. And then we'll briefly talk about the Mintscan.io website, which is the internet or the Explorer browser that Cosmos uses. And then also DAODAO, which is where ZChub will be moving its governance shortly, so that we can support the Cosmos ecosystem, as well as potentially Zcash moving into the Cosmos via Namada or CSAs or potentially a proof of stake future. So I don't know how it's going to play out, but I think showing everyone how this works in the ecosystem will be beneficial and educational. So I hope you enjoy this. And so let's get started. This is a seed phrase for the wallet that I'll be using on the demo. Obviously, you don't want this in the open under normal circumstances, but because this is a video, we're going to use it for educational purposes. So let's go ahead and get to it. Load up in the App Store, you search for Keplr extension, install it, and you will have an empty interface. And so what we do is you click on this little guy here on the top right corner, and you can actually have multiple wallets. So what we're going to do is add a wallet, and in this case I'll show you both so you can see it. But if you create a new wallet, I would not recommend going through Google, although it's easier. So we're going to go through recovery phase. Yes, it's saying you don't want to share it with anyone. Understood. And you would simply copy and paste this into actually I would recommend writing it on a piece of paper, to be honest, for it to be the most secure. And then you would type it in, and then you have your wallet. I already did that with my guy here, so we're going to just type that in manually. So import existing phrase, use phrase for recovery. Let me just do this real quick. Sorry about that. Mushroom, finish, sentence, score, PM, trouble, palm, bargain. Uh-oh. Did I skip one? I think I did. Let's see here. Mushroom, finish. Oh, yes. Cost, sentence. Gotta spell this right, Mike. Let's see. Still, run, observe, trouble, palm, bargain. All right. Import. All right, so we're going to go demo wallet. Beautiful. Now on this part, it wants you to select the chains that you want visible on your wallet. I would just recommend select all, or if you prefer only certain chains, you can add those in. Let's say you only want to add Juno, you would just type in Juno and check it in. So you go save. All right, so now we have our account created, and it gives you a quick ready to explore interchain. You can go to the Osmosis DEX. You can buy NFTs on Stargaze. You can go to the Keplr Dashboard, and you can also set up an ICNS, which will link your wallet to a Twitter account, and it'll allow you to send. For example, ZCub has an ICNS, so you would type as the address zcub.osmo, for example, if you wanted to send it osmosis. So I will show you how to do that. So let's do that now. And let me go to our to-do list. So we created the wallet, and for time purposes, I already deposited a small amount of osmosis into the wallet, but you're going to want to send some Osmo into your wallet, and I don't think a lot of people do this. You're going to want to test your seed phrase to make sure that it works. And the reason for that is what if you type it in wrong and you lose your funds after it builds up? You don't want that to happen. So I highly recommend to test the seed phrase after you deposit just a small amount of money to make sure that you can recover it properly. So I'm going to do that now. So we're going to click on this guy on the demo wallet. We're going to delete. You're going to add your password. Done. And now we're going to re-add it. And I'll do this more quickly, hopefully this time. And if we can get this pulled up properly, that will confirm that we are able to use our seed phrase successfully in the event of our computer either dying or getting misplaced or whatever potential issues might pop up. Scorpion, Valley, still, run, observe, trouble, palm, bargain. All right, we'll go ahead and select all the chains, finish. All right, so now that we created our new wallet and we tested our seed phrase, I want to show you real quick, if you wanted to link this to your mobile Keplr wallet, which I highly recommend you try. The mobile wallet is very intuitive and it's very easy to use. So you would go to Keplr, click on the top left menu, go to Settings, General, Link Keplr Mobile, and you simply put your password in and scan the QR code with the wallet and it'll do the rest. Pretty cool stuff. All right, so moving back to our to-do list. Next thing I want to do is show you how to send funds. So the first step is you got to select the chain that you want to use. So let's do that. You want to send, so you hit send. I actually only have osmosis, so it'll be easy, but let's see here. So you send, you hit osmosis, and this is where you'll type in your address, or if you have an ICNS set up, check this out. zcub.osmo, and it automatically pulls up the address for you. And we will send 0.1 osmo. And memo is optional. You could just say test from demo or whatever you want. Transaction fees. I do recommend when you're doing using Keplr to try the low fee first, because it's more than likely will work and you'll save on your Osmo. But if not, you can go back to average or high and go from there. Close. Next. Transactions pending. Transaction success. It's very fluid, and transaction is complete. Let's see here. Oh, and a note on the memo. If you are sending this to a centralized exchange, you probably will need to include a memo that the exchange will tell you to identify your account. So just keep that in mind. All right, next up we have the dashboard. So let's go there now. I already have it pulled up. Click on the dashboard here, refresh. And it has a few things. It'll show you your allocation. Right now it's simple because there's only one token on the wallet, but if you had multiple tokens, this circle would divide up into different sections and you would see which percentage of your assets are in a particular coin. And it'll have your available balance, and it'll also tell you if you want to stake. So one of the benefits of staking in the Cosmos is it allows you to use your capital for returns. So we'll stake, and let's choose a validator that's not so high on the voting power. The idea is to decentralize the voting power, so you want to pick validators that are lower. Well, let's do zero knowledge validator. Keep in mind too that each validator, let me go back, has a commission. So if you have 100% commission, that means you won't get any return back. So I would choose one that's as low as you're willing to go. I would say, so 7%, it's higher on zero knowledge validator, but you're supporting the zero knowledge validator and everything they stand for. So I don't mind doing that. So we'll delegate point. We'll just do a small amount for now. You hit delegate, and then do keep in mind when you're staking your funds, they will be locked for 14 days. I'll approve. All right, so now every day you can open up your Keplr wallet, and I'll show you how this is done real quick. This claim button will be clickable, and it'll tell you how much you're going to be claiming, and you can add. Once you claim it, it's available immediately. All right, so that's staking governance. Once you have some coins staked, you can actually go into the proposal area, see all proposals, and right now there isn't a live proposal for me to show you, but as an example, let's say this one was open. You would click on the vote button, and you'd read the proposal. It'll tell you what some of the validators are choosing to do, and if you agree or disagree, you can just vote your preference and then hit vote and submit, and you're doing part of the governance. Okay, next up, NFT collection. There's a tab here for NFTs. I haven't actually gone to purchase one yet, but let's say you wanted to buy an Eiffel Tower for 500 stars, you'd mint it, and once that was minted, it would show up in your Keplr dashboard here and give you an estimated price. All right, next up, so if you hit the Explorer button here, it's pretty cool. It gives you all these popular dApps that you can use within the Cosmos ecosystem. So we have the DAODAO, which I have here, and this is cool because it allows you to create a multi-sig DAO that you can use for governance or for whatever you might need, and it's completely free other than the fees that you have to pay to set it up. So let me actually swap some Osmo for Juno and show you how that works. So we're going to go into the osmosis, DEX here. And assets. So with Osmo, it's already defaulted into depositing in the Osmosis DEX. But if you have, say, Atom or a different chain, you do have to deposit it manually. So you would hit deposit. So for example, if you bought some Atom on a centralized exchange and you wanted to deposit it into Osmos, you'd have to transfer your Atom to your Keplr wallet, and then once it was there, you would hit deposit. It would show up here on the screen, and then you'd enter the amount and you deposit it into Osmosis, and then you'd be able to use it. So let's go ahead and swap. We're going to go from Osmo to Juno. We'll do half. We're going to swap. And fees. So notice how the low fee is a lot lower than the average. So if you can get away with that, I would recommend that. Transaction successful. We'll go to the assets. And as you can see, I now have 0.04 Juno. And in order for that to show up on your Keplr wallet, you do have to withdraw it. So notice how it says Juno on Osmosis. So you want to withdraw this. Withdraw Juno. Do my low fee again. All right. Oh, give it a sec here. It should be, well, it's right here. It's pending the withdrawal. Should be done in a sec here. And what that'll do is when you log into DAODAO, you can set a display name. In this case, I'll just do demo because this is what this is. Approve. All right, let me make sure Okay, very good. Now you got Juno on the Keplr that you just withdrew from Osmosis DEX. So let's say you wanted to create. You would give a DAO name, type in your description, and you guys can see that there's different options. Membership DAO, non-fungible token-based DAO, token-based DAO. So very powerful, and this is exactly what ZecHub is in the process of making for our future governance proposals. So I'm very excited about that. All right, let's go back to okay, so we did a quick swap. I showed you DAODAO governance, and now I want to show you Mintscan. Go over here. So Mintscan is really cool. It's super powerful. It's a blockchain explorer, and it allows you to, for example, if you click on the IBC network, it'll show you a snapshot of, here, let me go back, the entire ecosystem of all the IBC transfers in the eco. So you can clearly see that Osmosis is the #1 chain when it comes to IBC transfers, and that makes sense because it's a DEX, it's an exchange, and it's one of the reasons why I think I like it, because it's very useful, and I think anything that's useful is good to have. So another thing you can do here is go to overview, and it gives you pricing, APY, inflation, market cap, all this information that you can dig through. And on top of that, if you click on the top right corner, there's a gear, and name service, you can turn on ICNS, and that'll allow you to search for your ICNS quickly. So you could quickly find ZecHub addresses through this process if you needed to send something to ZecHub for whatever reasons. All right, and then on the assets. Another cool tab is the assets. So let me go into, say, Osmosis. And then up here, go to the assets tab. And it'll list the total supply on the Osmosis chain, and the IBC out and the in-chain supply, and total value in chain. So there's a lot of information here, and these are all the assets that are also on the Osmosis chain. So, because remember on the DEX you can withdraw and deposit different tokens onto Osmosis, and that's why these show up here. The only ones that are unique are the Ion, which is a native coin, and Osmosis itself. Everything else has been IBC'd in essentially. So you can kind of get a real-time shot of what's on the Osmosis chain. Pretty neat stuff. All right, so I hope this has been helpful. There is so much more to talk about. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet to get the basics. If you have any questions, please write in the comments, and I will see you next time.